Hello, friends. How is everybody doing on this fantastic Thursday? I was going to say terrific Thursday, but I don't know. I keep alliterating. So, no alliteration this time. How are you all doing? I hope you are all doing well. I am doing pretty well myself. I had a pretty good lunch today. Had some Taco Bell. Good being a relative term, I guess. It was good to me. Now I'm ready to jump in here and play some more God of War now that we no longer have the looming wolf over our head. That fight still sucked dick even after I managed to go get a couple extra levels. I don't know who designed that fight, but screw them. Last time we bumped into Baldur again. And it was confirmed in-game that it was Baldur, and I guessed correctly, so feels good. Then we cut off Mimir's head, and I think we're taking him back to the witch. I'm not quite sure how far along. I know we got down off the mountain. Oh. I just noticed on the start screen here, there's a little idol carvings of Kratos and Atreus. Yeah, I still plan on doing probably every side quest. I don't think I'm going to do every collectible, because I got to blow through this before Witch Queen comes out, Destiny 2. And then I got to blow through that until Elden Ring comes out on the 22nd, I believe.
I know it's not my business, but if I were you, I'd wash off that symbol painted on your neck.
We were told it would help protect us. Was that a lie?
Oh, no, it's a protection stave, all right, but you can't render that pigment into paintable texture without blending it with boar urine. And is that really better than death?
Maybe a little.
Well, it's your neck.
That's funny. I think I don't know if I can check it from the screen. Oops. Alright. Let me check under goals, but... so this is the only one we have left. How do I... Mystical Gateway, cannot travel to this yet. Is that telling me... Okay, so that's it. Alright, we just move on to the next quest then. So we'll teleport back to the main gateway and get out of here. There's a really interesting bit of story. Last time we went in this gate with Kratos and Atreus talking. Atreus was asking Kratos about his previous life. And definitely made me think that Atreus is not Kratos' son. Maybe it'll play again or something, since this looks similar to the last time we did this. Also, those green arrows that Atreus has now, he got them last time, they are Holly arrows. Which I know I mentioned, but only thing that can kill Baldur is Holly.
Let's get you squared away then.
Activate when aiming down. Okay. So, I think I put that,
I see.
that one on, didn't I? No. Okay. I wanted to try this out, because I do throw my axe a lot.
Wanted to stare into my eyes.
So I can do that and slow down time. Interesting. Didn't seem like it has a very long cooldown, but I guess we'll see when we get into actual combat. But for now, heading on for more main story. Let's go talk to the witch. Oh, I hope Kratos tells another fable. Kratos' fables are amazing. So, we do have the ability to electrify the World Tree Bloods.
The snake is old. A world serpent?
Too small.
Yeah, but maybe Thor's just really big?
Unlikely. Starboard.
The boat's right.
Good.
Now, we've got a way to detonate those things, but not a way to create them. I don't know if we'll get a way to create them. However, Mimir last time did mention that Atreus is probably some sort of demigod, or something of such. So maybe he is Kratos' child? Or maybe Kratos just knows what he is. Because he was telling Kratos the longer he waits to tell Atreus what he is, the worse it'll be. So. It's that easy shit.
I know she's really powerful, but you really think the witch can bring a head back to life?
She seems competent in her craft. And we have nothing to lose.
If she can't bring it back to life, can we keep the head?
No. But you may feed it to the fish.
Okay.
That's funny. But you may feed it to the fish. Yeet. Thank you. Let's go ahead and open that bad boy up. Oh, jeez.
Knocking this one down!
I can Bye. Oh, there's a revenant out there. Fucking revenants, man. Alright, where you at, bitch? Oh, revenants. Laser beam. Ow, slapping me around. Oh, she threw two of them. That's fine. I don't know if this slowing down time thing really matters. I might go back to my healing. I've been watching the HDQ VODs chat. You didn't catch any of this year's HDQ. It was very good. I would recommend looking at some of the videos. I'm watching the Eternal Darkness run right now. Very good.
How'd I do?
Oh, he said well. That is surprising. So far, he's only told Atreus he was adequate.
Hey, this does more than decipher those Muspelheim runes. It also contains the travel.
Oh, now we can go to Muspelheim. What did I... Okay, yeah. I don't really like this. I really just haven't found anything better than... Give me health
this'll lead
talisman.
out.
Atreus, to me.
So I went that way just out of curiosity. Ah, there we go. So there's the chest. Good to know, good to know. Alright, chat, keep your eyes out. Ah. Oh, we'll take that. Was that a cup? Nope, just hex over. Sap from the world tree. I will say I can't think of any reason in the Norse lore that I know the sap of the world tree being explosive, but I could just be... I could just not remember enough.
Here. Boy.
Another map. Bet we'll find something useful.
Treasure map. Oh, jeez.
Maybe we'll find something we can use here.
Oh, she's low level. I haven't fight something this low level in a long time. And yet, I still got fucked up.
Maybe we'll find something we can use here.
Ah, I'm too far back. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. Well, that feels good. I definitely like the new laser beam ability. I don't even care if it's like less damage or anything, it just feels real good to use. Okay, what else we got hiding around here? Pick the stuff, get free money.
Hey, I think I see another one of those bowls of sand up there. That I drew the runes into? Not sure how we reach it, though. Up there. See it? Look up there.
Yep, Chris, I heard you the first time. How do I get up there? Oh, I can't get up there yet. Let me. There we go. Hank Silver. It's gotta be tough on the knees. Jumping down like that. Alright, so we're still looking for 2 more runes for this bad boy. Ah, there's one. There's also another chest filled with brambles. I wonder if we can throw this here. Hey, it worked. I have no idea how to get over there, but it worked. I just like go over the side here. There seems to be a couple different paths. I'm not lost, chat. I'm just exploring. We've gone this way before. Doesn't mean there's not a rune over here that I missed. When in doubt, hit it with your axe. Probably hiding in a stupid spot in like the ceiling. Oh. Dang it, I'm gonna have to go back down there. I wonder if I can see the last rune from that spot as well. Yeet. Skirt. What we got in here? I do like the one time that we opened one of these up and a Draugr popped out. I respect that. No game would be complete without mimics. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Probably right in front of my face. I don't think it's this. Come out wherever you are, Mr. Rune. Un secundo. Gotta move stuff around, chat. Swoop. Perfect. Oh. And we're back. It's that easy, chat. We're real if I feel like Kratos would just be able to jump up there. Oh, can I jump down here? Nope, doesn't seem like it. I see you over there. Oh, well, there's the runes that the guy's gonna need.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
They hit a lot in this very small area. I respect that. It's a pretty interesting design that they've done here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, it's that easy. We figured it out, chat. You all can stop typing about me missing it now.
Almost there.
Thanks for the words of encouragement, Atreus.
I can't jump over with those wooden boards in the way.
Okay, he's done.
It is. It's another one of those sand bowls. Bow.
Bow. Hey. Well, would you look at that, chat? This is the apple chests, aren't it? Or can this just be any of the three? The apple, the rage, or the runes? Oh, it's a rune chest. Summon a murder of crows. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Ah, those are lame. Those don't look like cool crows. I'm out. Okay, can I see the last rune from here? Okay, I'm gonna go crazy looking for this rune. I guess I can climb that area we unlocked and see if maybe it's up there somewhere. I don't know why they would make us climb all the way to the top of that only to come back. Doesn't seem like the best design. And most of the stuff they've done so far has been designed fairly well, so seems like that might not be the solution. I mean, the more likely solution is I'm just blind as a bat and can't see the last rune. Did you hear about the Bloodborne demake that got released? Apparently, it's very good. It's already been downloaded by like 1 million times. I was thinking about trying it, but probably not on stream, just because I'm on a pretty tight streaming schedule right now to get everything I want to get done before the end of this month. We might come back to it later, though. What is this? Alright, we're gonna climb up, see if we can find the rune.
Turn back Aesir. Guess the gods are welcome here.
Okay, rune's definitely not up here. We're going back. Abort mission, chat. To be fair, the gods in Norse mythology were pretty bad. Some of them even probably worse than the gods in Greek mythology. Okay, there's one more room we gotta find, chat. Anybody knows where it is, just point it out. I'd assume it would be within, like, fairly close proximity to the chest, right? Probably wouldn't hide it in the middle of nowhere. Like, staring at the chest. We're looking for R, chat.
A sealed chest.
I was gonna be mad if it was like right behind it. I suppose it could be down. I've been mostly looking up. Oh no, it's just blue light reflecting. You know what? Take this with me just in case. You know, the chances of it being over here are not 0. I was gonna laugh if that got it. So it's definitely not in the Odin challenge room because we can't get in there yet. Like hiding back there. They hit this one a little too well. Out of my way. Oh no, that's just, we've already got a bridge going to that, don't we? Yeah. Just like hanging from the rafters or something. Oh, I actually thought that was it. Chat, it's gonna absolutely kill me if I can't find this. By absolutely kill me, I mean I'm gonna spend the next 3 hours running around this small area until I find it, so.
We'll need something to get through this one.
And there's only so many places they could hide it, right? So only so many nooks and crannies. Unless we go up to the witch's house and she's like, oh yeah, I've got this stone I've been keeping around. Everything blue makes me want to throw my axe now. Chat, are you more excited for Elden Ring, Destiny 2, or what's that? Oh, it's the turtle. What's that sound? Or Starfield? I think honestly, out of all of them, I'm probably more excited for Elden Ring. Was it like right across or something? Something you can barely see from here? The fact that I can see the chest from here makes me think that it might be through here or something. This sucks. So somebody needs to help that turtle. He sounds out of breath. I feel like I had to have looked past it like 100 times, chat. Oh. No, that's not it. Right? That right there is a reflection. Is this something I'm gonna have to come back for? I feel like it's something I'm gonna have to come back for. There's only one place that I can't get to. I could think maybe it's in. I'm gonna check one more place, chat.
Look up there.
If I don't see it. Unless. Is there like. Oh, okay. We'll check one more place, chat. If I can't find it, I guess we'll have to move on. And I will just die unhappy. I think those brambles are in the way. I think that's what's doing it.
Atreus, to me.
Okay, coming.
Oh, dang it. Can I see where I need to throw this from here? Oh, there it is. I found it, chat. That was a tricky one. Ooh. I was gonna be real mad if I couldn't find that, chat. Hey, hey! My rage is even more. Let's go. I've been leaning pretty hard into the rage build, so pretty glad to have that upgrade. See, you didn't believe in me, chat. You didn't think I'd find it. But I did. Now, I'm real excited for Elden Ring. I do hope they get that issue fixed before launch, because I know they just had... They had to shut down...
There he is. I hope he remembers
Hi,
us.
Mr. Turtle. They had to shut down... Oh no, I need a crystal, that's right. They had to shut down Dark Souls PvP, like, the servers, because of, a remote access, no, not a rat. The ability to remotely run scripts and code, which would also be in Elden Ring. I'm sure they'll have it fixed by the time it launches, but it is crazy that that's a thing.
Boy.
Hold on. Let me read this. How's it going, Charlie? Is your witch friend here?
What is that name?
That's what he told me it was. Or what it sounded like in my head, anyway. Charlie.
Oh. So, it seems that Atreus can speak to the dead.
Right behind you!
Oh, that guy's got a shield. He fucking parried me.
Nice shot.
Ooh, fucked him up. Oops, I hit the wrong key. Don't you do that. Who's next? Oh, there's like a ton of you. This is what it feels like to actually like fight enemies of your level. Like that finisher.
Can't beat us.
That actually felt really good. That was a good combat. I think this is the best combat scenario I've had in a while. Oh.
Another one of those sand bowls.
There's a bunch of rocks under here.
Want me to read this one?
Where? I actually don't know where my son's at right now.
Read it.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Just like, boink.
Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hang.
Might as well go ahead and use my rage and make it up so quickly. Okay, so I can interrupt my own, what's it called, animations with parrying. I definitely need to do that one. Can't interrupt that animation, it would seem. Okay. So we can go up there. There's obviously something up there.
Read it.
Yes, sir. Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hang.
Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hang. Raven God. She doesn't like Odin very much. So here's another bowl of sand, which means there's got to be runes somewhere. Oh, they're there. Can I not get him to do the bowl? So obviously there's one rune. I was wondering if that pattern on the tree made another rune. Atreus? See if this breaks him out of whatever he's doing.
Read it.
Sir. Save their neat things upon all who trespass.
Oh, is this buried treasure? Oh, I'm pretty sure every buried treasure I've found at this point has been me not actually looking for it, but just like finding it. Which actually... I like that. Okay, we're back over here. Can you not, like, do your thing? I'm gonna assume not, because there's no prompt. I guess we go this way. Wearing them like a backpack. Alright. I can get them both. Oh my gosh. I hope it saved the rest of the stuff I did. It did not.
Read it.
Yes, sir.
We'll read that other one when we come back down.
Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hang.
Let's go. Totally wrong. Okay. That guy's gonna die pretty easy. Oh, jeez. Man, I might go from one really cool fight, doing really good, just being absolute shit in every other fight.
Ready up, some boy.
I feel like the animation with these guys don't really match up totally with what they're doing. Like that poke definitely has more range than it's shown than that. Alright, you know what? I'll take it down. He's hitting the wrong key. That's right, that's good. Laser beam. Get some of my rage back while I'm doing this. Whew. Those axe guys are not fucking around, chat. Locked with runic magic. Find the runes to... Okay.
One more for the collection.
No, there's... no, one or two more of those assholes in here, because they attacked me last time. Oh. Fuck off, Hugin. That's what this was over here.
Here, boy.
Pixar!
I know those runes. That's Vinder. Wind. Must be for that sand bowl down there.
Okay. That works out. But... now, which runes do I use for the chest? Well, there's got to be 3 of these bastards, right?
Huh?
Okay. I see what this is. Is that it? Okay, so there's a third rune. So I think it's just we gotta have 3 vertical runes, right? So there's 2. There's gotta be a third one floating around. It's been all puzzles today, chat. What are you hiding? Suppose this is any B. Oh, backwards B. Okay. So we got that. Backwards B. Oh wait. If this were standing up, the B would be down. So downwards B. That makes sense. So there's got to be, what, one more of those things floating around? Let me see. Is it over here by any chance? I mean, technically I could just guess, right? Because that one says I need a downwards B. And thus, I can just do this. Am I actually doing anything here? That seems... I mean, both runes being down would make sense. Where does the third rune come from? Man, God of War... I was not expecting puzzles on this level from God of War. Unless this one doesn't also have a downward beat, does it? Guess let's go down there and poke that bowl and see if maybe that helps us. Or look around and see if maybe there's more of those little pillars floating around. Yep. You know, I really want to know what the witch is thinking right now as she watches Kratos and Atreus just stand outside of her house solving these puzzles.
Can you read it?
Yes, sir. Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hang.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Do you think? Do you think?
What does it say?
Falcon, hawk, and turtle dove. Swim aloft in oceans
Wind.
above. Ah, wind.
I'm assuming these rocks move out of the
Wind.
way. Indeed they do.
Look what it did.
These are rune chests, right? Everything cool? Oh, runic 7th. Summon a spectral elk. I love that it just walks. It doesn't charge, it just walks. Okay, so we got that.
Can you read it?
Sir. Say their neat things upon all who trust them.
So we're looking for more of those statues like that are up there. So we can check this path while we're here, just out of curiosity. Or is this the path back to Kratos' house? Alright, well it loops around here, so either we're not meant to be here yet or it's part of the puzzle. Well, here's the big thing, right? If we're talking about game logic here, every puzzle we've run into when it comes to these chests has had 3 runes. Means this chest probably also has to have 3 runes, but I can only find 2 of them. Are they like hiding the 3rd one somewhere? I could be fairly confident. It can't go up there. Unless that's supposed to be... Oh, I wonder... I wonder if that's it. All bees. Nope, not all bees. Well, we got 3 options here, right? If this is the 3rd room, and we assume that it's following a pattern, then we would probably want to be on its side for this one. I don't think there is a bee on that side. I'm not getting it, chat. I feel like I'm missing like a key characteristic of this puzzle. Okay, see that symbol is the same as this symbol. So I'm going to assume that has to be correct. That and that. Is there like another one like way up somewhere? Am I just blind? Oh, so I wasn't blind earlier. The one earlier was very hard to see, but this one... Okay, well... I think we've tried this pattern before, but... Got that pattern. Oh, wait a minute. Can we see anything from this side? Okay, it's not looking like it. That's not the pattern. Still locked. So, if that's not it... Then... What about that? That's not it. Well, those two aren't it. Come over here. That's the last thing it could be, right? Why does this one have 2 and this one have 1? Just looking it over again. There can only be so many combinations of this thing. So, let's see. FB doesn't work. I'm pretty sure we know both of these B ones don't work either.
Huh?
Did it work? Okay, we're gonna go talk with the witch while I think about this. My only thought is I'm missing a room somewhere. In needs to be rotated that I just can't find. Knock knock.
Father, she is here. It's so good to see you again. I knew you weren't dead.
Hello.
Oh, can you bring a head back to life?
I'm not sure I understand what... Wait. Where did you get those? The arrows. Give them to me, now.
They were a gift.
Do as she says, boy.
These arrows are dangerous. They're wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand? Do you understand? Say it!
I understand. If I see them, I'll destroy them.
It's all I ask. Forgive me. Please, take my arrows in their place. I have no need for them anymore.
Ooh, I don't like that we got rid of the holly arrows.
Now, what's this about a head? Do you have any idea who this is? Did you kill him?
Yes. At his request. He claimed you could revive him.
Me? Are you sure you heard him right?
Please?
Take him to the table. Hamlet. It's been a long time since I've practiced the old magic. Hold him there. Let's have a look. Well, thankfully his head hasn't decayed much and his brain is still intact. Nice clean cut. Cutting off his head of all people. I sure hope you know what you're doing. Now, hold his head under the water and don't let go. I mean it. That's enough.
It worked!
Let me see him. Mimir? You there?
Yes.
Good.
Oh. Hello, Freya.
Oh
Been a long
shit, that's
time.
Freya.
You look well.
What I did for them. As far as I'm concerned, death suits you better.
I'd bow if I could, Your Majesty. Forgive me. Had I known the witch in the woods was Freya herself, I never would have suggested this.
Freya? The goddess Freya?
You didn't know either? Sorry.
When word gets out that Mimir is free, the wrath of Odin won't be far behind.
You are God.
Leader of the Vanir, once, yes. But no longer.
You did not think it important to tell me.
Are you really going to lecture me about
Ooh,
that?
got him. Also,
Leading boy.
as a god killer,
Now.
or as a god, you probably don't want to tell the god killer that you're a god.
You're welcome.
Ooh, he may have. Sorry, Kratos, we're going back the other way.
Why did you do that?
We cannot trust her.
Because she's a god?
Have I taught you nothing, boy?
But she's helped us a lot.
She lied.
Some people value their privacy. Best not to judge, brother.
When I require your counsel,
ask.
head, I will ask.
Fair
Bad
enough.
enough.
Get me to Tyr's temple in the Lake of the Nine, and I'll get you to Jotunheim as
Oops,
promised.
donkey.
I know the temple. What's there?
Only the last living giant in Midgard. Who better to tell us the way?
The world serpent? Wait, do you know how to talk to him?
Indeed. He speaks an obscure tongue more ancient even than these mountains. None are left in Midgard who speak it. Except, of course, for me.
You do?
It's true. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but Jormungandr is a sparkling conversationalist.
It's a sparkling conversationalist. Okay. Well, we will find... last of what we need to find here before we go. It does make sense that the Witch of the Wood would be Freya. I mean, she's literally got all of these blooming plants and animals and stuff. I didn't guess that she was Freya, though. So, that one snuck by me. There's got to be another rune thing around here, right? That's the... It's got to be the rub. Well, there ain't no way I can leave here without finishing this now. Unless there's like some like it's sitting somewhere that I just don't see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it's just a tree trunk. Am I just blind? The worst part is I don't know if it really is just I'm not seeing it or if I don't actually have the means to finish this up just yet.
Huh?
Because I would think that that would sit on top, right? That looks like it's been knocked off the top of that. So, if it's down B, then maybe it's... rotate... Oh, okay. Is there an up B here? There is. Okay. See if this is correct. Swing and a miss. Okay, we're just gonna... one of those. So... I think this should be correct.
Atreus, here.
Yes, Father. Yes.
Is that not right? Unless you rotate it the other way. You got rotate it clockwise, then this B would need to be backwards. So if you're rotating it clockwise, it goes backwards and then up. So then it would be that. Am I like missing something here? Because that it definitely looks like it sits on the top of it, right, chat? Then it would be... Get it? I feel like that should be right. The only... We know it's not that. We've tried on that. I mean, I guess the only thing is if it's... Okay. Hate this trap. So it's not backwards F. I'm pretty Okay, none of that's working. I'll be right back. 2 seconds, chat. Alright, Chad, I'm back. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I think we're just gonna move on for this chat. We'll come back later. Boink. Alright. We should just be able to teleport to Brock. Oops, don't know why I did that. Down we go. I thought that was a teleporter for some reason. That's why I was saying that. Who? I think it's definitely within Kratos' right to be distrustful of the gods. He's had nothing but bad interactions with them. I do like the little guy. Funny, didn't we cut off Helios' head and use it for a while? Oh, this is probably how the dwarves get around, now that I'm thinking of it.
So, Mimir, why did Freya spit in your face?
No. Speak of Baldur. He claims nothing harms him.
Aye, Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Boasting of a god. Everyone has a weakness.
Not him, I'm afraid. Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
You just said that, Mimir.
Did I?
What is the source of this power?
Well, as I recall, it involved, a spell?
Mimir?
Parts of my brain must still be coming back to life. Just need a moment to finish waking up.
Hope he's not broken.
Well, Mimir knows, right?
How do we speak to the serpent?
There's a horn on a platform at the middle point of the bridge. Take me to it.
Finally! That horn!
I'm glad we didn't blow it earlier. Yeet. Don't need that. I wonder if I could, like... Oh, there's no way.
Good.
Why is he doing that?
Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor.
And seeing as the world serpent absolutely abhors the fat dauber, he was probably sick of looking at it.
But doesn't that hurt?
Well, he and Thor have a bit of an unpleasant history between them. Or they will, anyway. So I guess waking up to see it was worse than the thought of lumps of solid stone passing through his gullet. You want me to ask him?
No. Our only concern is Jotunheim.
All right, wish me luck. lads. He remembers me. Why you... Oh, no, that's not right. Makuna huntun kun. Aon ekonothun novunora. He knows the pain of your loss. He will help you.
Oh, really?
Ethniun Fogur. Curious.
What is it?
Nothing to be concerned about.
What is he doing?
Making sure we're headed in the right direction. Listen closely now. We need two things to get us into the land of the giants. First, we need to learn the travel rune that opens realm travel to Jotunheim. Second, we need to carve that rune into the special gateway.
That one on the peak where we first met you?
Correct. Except the giants, in their infinite wisdom, saw to it that no ordinary chisel would do the job. Only the tip of a magical chisel opens that gate. Luckily, I know where it is, and it's not far.
He looked kind of mad for a moment there.
Now that, you thought I said you were friends of Odin. You'll forgive me. I've never spoken the ancient tongue sober.
I like that.
Wait, look! The water's dropped even further. You can see more of the realm towers and statues. I even see new places to explore along the shore.
Where is this chisel?
Find me a boat, and we'll go from there.
There's something to be said about ancient religions and their what's the one I'm looking for? Connection with the gods and stuff, because a lot of ancient gods were more human than traditional ones. Alright. I do think we opened the door to like Muspelheim, right?
Oh there. Got another favor.
Oh sure, what's up, buddy?
You two.
What do you want, dwarf?
I got another lead on my old pal on Vari. Meet me at the Lawn Soother mines. There's some fancy-dancy loot.
That sounds good to me.
Another lead? But we already found him. Well, found his hand anyways.
I'll explain at the mines. These ones is just south of the river pass. Now you two want something, or you just gonna stand there all gag-scrapped and slack-jawed? Sure, I'm open.
Ooh.
Pulled the ring off on Vari's hand at the Velander mines. Feller was always tampering with souls and dark rituals and matters of the night, see? Just the sound of his hammer flattening metal were enough to stoke my fires all blissful. Shit, you better clear out before I get all frisky.
Ooh, I like that. On a successful precision throw. Ooh. Is that better than... Probably not. We'll stick with what we got. Can potentially upgrade our talisman though. So we can get a better vitality talisman. Oh, we can actually buy soft Svartheim steel from him now. That's cool. So, resurrection room. When I inevitably die again. Yes, that is a dwarf.
I'm sure that'll load up your mind.
What?
Always a pleasure. Now fuck right along.
Always a pleasure, and now fuck right along. I like the dwarf guy. Okay. So, I do think that we've got the disc. So So we might be able to go to Muspelheim. I'm curious to see. Helheim. Realm locks. Missing travel route. Okay, so we can't go to Helheim. We've been to Alfheim. Can't go to Jotunheim yet. Vanaheim. Available. Yeah. Muspelheim. Do we want to go ahead and travel there? Niflheim and Asgard. As far as the line. Why don't we stay here and check out? I mean, is there any reason not to go to Muspelheim yet? Deus Ex Malachite, I like that. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a bonus quest, so might as well. Seems like there actually might be a lot of the game left, seeing as how
Why don't you tell me how all this began with Baldur?
He just knocked on our door.
Baldur of Asgard just knocked on your door.
Yeah, he just showed up and started a fight. He said he wanted to know something. He said, I know what you are.
Oh, well, we'll circle back to that later. What exactly did he want to know?
I was on his floor by then.
He said I already knew what he wanted. Perhaps he mistook me for another.
That's quite interesting.
clever way to hide a loading screen. I will say this game is very clever about hiding its loading screens. Howdy, Brock.
Wow, it's hot here. But is that snow?
Ash. It only falls like that for great fires.
The whole realm is a great fire, the source of fire itself, and all the sun and stars, if legend is to be believed.
Should we believe? I mean, we're here, and we're not on fire.
Not yet.
Well, you know, I suppose it's cooled considerably since the dawn of creation, hasn't it? Niflheim isn't exactly ice these days either. It's in the nature of things. Extremes are tempered by time. Fires burn colder, men grow old and grey, heads are chopped off and attached to belts. Such is life.
Okay, Mimir?
I feel like Mimir might be trying to justify it to himself so he can feel a little bit better. I don't know if this whole area is just side content. I would suspect not. I don't know if they make a whole couple areas for side content. We'll poke our nose around while we can. Maybe get some upgrades. I think we gotta go all the way back there if we want to, like... Oh. Howdy.
You must like the heat, Brock.
Heat's damned useful in my line of work. Even makes space itself more pliable. Take those magic doors you love so much. Round here they all go right to one another. No prodding from old Brock. Go up yonder and wake some up, you'll see. Getting around moose pools a cinch. As long as you
Interesting.
don't end up cooked.
Another one here.
This one's called Surtur. Must be a fire giant.
Aye, the first and original.
He makes a flaming sword.
A weapon of legend.
He fights Thor and Odin. But is that the past or the future?
That may be a matter of perspective.
Time can be relative. There's a climbing surface, and that's the only way to go. Up, up, up.
Listen. I hear a voice.
Another elf?
I don't think so.
Better not be no more damn elves.
It's coming from up there.
I swear to God, chat. If I see another goddamn elf, I might lose it. More hex over. Oh, smoldering embers. Hey, that's what I needed to make those new pieces of gear that looked really good. Just gotta keep an eye out for him.
The voice! It's just around this corner. Oh,
This looks
it's a great big
like
sword.
a boss arena to me.
It wants to know if we're ready to train?
Complete the trials and unlock the next area. Alright. Fuck it. Alright, guess we're going from full puzzle mode to full combat
The
mode.
gate's closed.
Prepare yourself, boy.
Yes, sir.
I have to beat 15 enemies in 3 minutes? In what world is this possible? I don't know if this is going to be possible for me, chat.
Watch out, brother!
Okay, well these ones actually aren't too difficult, so I might be able to. It's looking like I'm going to be able to kill like 3 of them. Which is a little bit less than the ask for.
Ready, father! Fire your back!
I hate that this is time. I hate this so much.
There is no failure in training. We can surpass it with practice.
Yeah, no.
Sure. Or we could come back with better weapons and armor.
A fair point.
Yep. We're gonna have to get better weapons and armor. There's no fucking way. Holy crap. I might be able to if I played it perfect, but there's no way I'm gonna get through like round 2 and supposedly probably like round 3, 4, 5 and whatever. I don't know what rewards I would get, but we can come back for that. I do think we might have enough to make a single piece of gear.
Let's sort
see.
you out.
Nope, not even close. Let's see if we can make anything that's good, though. What am I using right now? I mean, that's pretty good all around. Except for luck. Which I don't really want to drop my luck too much. Absolutely nothing I get gives luck. Seems like you can only go down with luck. Maybe it doesn't matter. Wait, look at something here. Look, increased perk activation chance increases XP and hack silver. I guess it just doesn't matter, right?
Come back soon with more crap you found. Come on in, then. So much for peace and quiet. What'll it be, Shorty? What'd you forget?
Could just upgrade what I've got. Nah. Okay. I think this is what we're gonna do, chat. I think we're going to... Yeah, it's just like better in every way.
I'm sure your winning smiles armor enough to wipe their chances.
And we're just gonna go down to like absolutely no luck.
Go scuff that up.
I really like the dwarven stuff because it's kind of... It seems really good on defense. I mean, I'm going to lose the 4 luck anyway, so... 14 defense or 21 defense. Let's go with some more attack.
Keep safe, loser boy.
What are those hand guards that I'm wearing?
Yeah, boy.
I'm actually low on gold for
You
once.
again. Now, what else do I want to tell you?
Don't know. See you. Well, so this is just like going to be a neat little area we can come in. I think after I level my axe one more time, I'll come and try it again. Speedrun chat. Speedrun strats. So I guess we head back to Midgard and check out the new areas we unlocked.
Sons of Thor?
Aye, Magni and Modi. 2 bigger twits you won't likely find in the halls of Asgard. They'll do anything their uncle puts them up to.
They are fools.
I believe
Well, dangerous fools to
I'll
be
say it
sure.
after this.
When they work together, they're formidable. Too often it's a petty competition. Terribly strong, even as children. I remember the time Hrungnir the Brawler fell upon Thor.
Another time, Head.
So, I can't remember in the lore if it was Magni or Modi that I think I remember one of them getting tricked into killing Baldur with the Holly arrow.
What's got you all bumfuzzled over there? Get going!
Come here.
Yeah,
Speaking
check
of
back
which, I need
soon.
to go and pull my runes out of my other stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's a much better way to do it. It's got a little bit of luck back. Done everything in Alfheim, right? I think so. Alright, back to Midgard. So, goals. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff, chat. Alright, what are we going for here? Muspelheim trial time attack. We'll come back for that. Deus Ex Malachite. Track that. We're going to go to it on the map. Deus Ex Malachite. So we need to go... Where? Well, I'm sure we can find a boat. Head towards it. I feel like the developers definitely had a good time naming stuff.
So when we get to the boat, we can either look for that special chisel now, or go exploring for a little while. I'm happy with whatever you want to do.
More fishies. Not happy.
Which way to the chisel?
Keep rowing towards the statues of the oarsmen, then thread past between them.
Well, it says DOS.
Mimir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Well, she blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. It all goes back to the long war between the Aesir and Vanir. Prior to that, wars for the Aesir were easily won, but the Vanir had proved their equal and exacted devastating damage. Both sides suffered tremendous losses, and for many of us, quite frankly, war was simply no fun anymore, but a rather senseless waste of precious life. Wouldn't you agree, brother? Precisely. Enough was enough. And at last, Odin's most brilliant advisor became determined to find a more enlightened path. He set about to broker a peace between the gods. It took some convincing, but ultimately Odin was persuaded to marry his deadliest enemy, a certain Vanir goddess, legendary not only for her fertile beauty, but her genius at the very Vanir magic that Odin had long aspired to master.
Freya married Odin? What was in it for her?
It was a sacrifice to protect her people. A selfless act of love. Truly, she deserves better than she got. But of course, there's more to that story.
The age-old question of duty versus happiness.
I still can't believe he ate it.
Ate what? Thank you. Can I use this? Doesn't seem like it. Guess we ain't going up then. Back on the boat. I have no idea how the hell I'm supposed to get over here. Do I have to like... Oh, I have to take the witch's cave over to it? Okay. That makes more sense. Well, so I didn't remember there were two groups of gods when it came to Norse mythology. Which that is very interesting. Like I was saying earlier that I always liked the older mythologies because the gods were imperfect. Very interesting take on things. What's he doing? Oh. Legitimate question, chat. How long do you think it's been since Kratos took a shower? It's gotta smell terrible, right?
So what do you think, Mimir? What does Baldur want with us?
Well, let's look at what we know. Baldur is Odin's finest tracker, bar none. If he wants you, you have to consider the possibility that Odin wants you. And as for what Odin wants, on this I have some expertise.
Okay.
What could we have that Odin doesn't? He's like the king of gods.
Well, the Aesir, aye. But his reach is not unlimited. And where he cannot reach, he is preoccupied with going. He's certainly tortured me enough about it over the years.
I'm assuming... I don't know, maybe Odin wants Kratos to essentially be his attack dog? Just don't know what that is. Maybe kill some of the other gods for him. He was obviously strong enough to incapacitate Baldur for any amount of time. Alright.
Gonna see what's up ahead.
This should be the way, right? I'll be very angry if it's not. Are you kidding me? This is essentially telling me to leave, right? That's the path. Oh, chat, kill me. Why is life hard, chat? Oh, unless this is the right way. I don't think so, though. It's just a dead end. I think it's how we originally entered the grove. Alright, back up. Chat, I don't know if I talked about all the good stuff coming out of Microsoft's Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. Well, I'll say that 3 times fast. But it looks like they're making some pretty good improvements to Blizzard games and Blizzard as a whole. Actually, I decided to level my World of Warcraft character in preparation for, if not the next patch, then the next X-Pack. There's hope. 'Cause, I mean, I still like Blizzard stuff, but I didn't really want to support them when they were being terrible, / the game I was playing was terrible. So here's to hoping. Where the hell's my boat? Here's to hoping they make it better. Having a nice time just relaxing, doing some quests and stuff though.
So, Odin wants to go where he can't reach. Are you saying he's trying to get to Jotunheim too?
Aye. It ranks among his foremost obsessions.
But that doesn't make any sense, Mimir.
Oh? When did I stop making sense?
You're saying Baldur tracked us down to find the way to Jotunheim. That was before we knew Jotunheim is where we needed to go. That's crazy.
Except for one thing. You are headed for Jotunheim.
Yeah, Odin
so he
can
was
see
right.
the future.
I'm so confused.
Well then, clearly you've been listening.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Odin's got the eye of Mimir. He's got Mimir's other eye, right? So he's very, very smart. And I think he also has slight precognition, if not total precognition. So he sends Baldur to beat up Kratos to kind of catalyze Kratos and Atreus going on their journey, so they go to Jotunheim so they can piggyback
I can't
off
believe
of it.
Odin and Freya were ever married.
Love and hate are more closely intertwined than you might imagine. For instance, Odin hates the giants and they him. But Thor's own mother was the giantess Björgun, one of Odin's great loves.
So Thor's half god and half giant? Weird.
Once Björgun was gone, lonely ages passed for Odin. And as war with the Vanir raged, I could see what he really wanted beneath his bluster. And after no small amount of convincing, Freya agreed. For a while there, he really turned on the charm. He seemed happy. He seemed interested in making her happy. He granted her so many wishes I can scarcely recall them all. The peace held, and I truly believed all had worked out better than I could have planned. But Odin's true face showed itself again in the end. He won Freya's trust, and she taught him some of her Vanir magic, another choice she would live to bitterly regret. Sadly, despite his wise counsellors' best efforts to persuade him that peace was the only true path to stave off Ragnarok, Odin never let go of his obsession with Jotunheim. The taste of Vanir magic led him to new forms of experimentation and new levels of depravity.
Yeah. Apart from what Marvel would have you believe, Norse mythology was not all butterfly and rainbows. I wonder if Loki will show up.
We can beach over here.
Alright. Thank you. Actually, I'm gonna worry about collecting money now, because I'm out. I'm broke as a joke. Why would you send the kid first? I feel like you should probably go first. Who am I to say? Yeet. Keep your eyes out for a bird, chat. I'm sure one will be around there somewhere. Okay. Ah, there it is. See? Can't trick me. The axe is definitely looking more ornate.
Well, looky who decided to show.
Alright, give me your info.
Talk to this here ring.
What? I can't hear thoughts from rings, Brock. It's talking to me! It's Andvari!
Ha! Knew it.
He says he went to the Velander mines to observe his mistake, but then the Soul Eater attacked, so as he was being ripped apart, he cast a spell that removed his soul and put it in this ring. And then he...
What about all his stuff?
Huh?
Andvari had a workshop here with all sorts of posh doodads and ornatery tools, and one beaut of a hammer. You make mention of it still in there?
You're upsetting him.
That's funny.
Your point?
You're upsetting him.
You fellas take Andvari with you and go have a look-see. If you find his hammer, I'll whip up something real nice for you.
Alright. We'll see if we can actually get...
Hey now, don't go forgetting your entry stone.
Nice. Chat, I swear to God, if this is another gauntlet of stupid wolves and stuff, I'll quit.
Andvari isn't happy about us taking his stuff.
I do not care.
I'm not gonna tell him that.
I don't like those things. Those things are annoying to fight.
Feel that one, brother.
Zap. zap, zap. This feels weird. I can actually take hits without dying. Good God, this guy's strong. Okay, so that guy can just keep spamming that attack. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like when my enemies can spam unblockable attacks. Feels You know what, Revenants, move over. I may have found a new hated enemy type. Guess I'm just gonna cheese you guys. I can't actually do melee combat with characters, so I'm just taking off a ton of damage.
That one,
Watch out!
Alright, where's the other asshole? Oh, still hit him. That's good.
Not yet. Careful! Ready to go now.
And stay down.
Invari says this dwarf was part of his crew. And he died because of his mistakes. He sounds sad.
The ring's grief is of little importance, boy.
The ring's grief. Kind of reminds me of a phylactery. The fact that the guy could separate his soul into it. What if he can bring his body back? I was actually having a discussion with one of my friends today about... Actually, was it? I was talking with someone, I can't remember who it was, about phylacteries and like what's the maximum size you could make a phylactery. Could you make the phylactery like, I don't know, an entire plane or something? Got it.
Oh, he did not like that. He's warning us not to go back.
Oh, jeez.
Stop listening to the ring,
Oh,
boy.
no.
Cannot be trusted.
Chat, no. Chat, not like this. Dark elves.
Dark elves. Watch out! Look out!
gotta move. We're getting surrounded, Jet. Nope. Funny that Mimir will call out calls as well. Okay, chat.
I'm getting better at this.
Oh, man. If this whole thing's gonna be Dark Elves, I'm gonna be an unhappy camper. Man, I hate the Dark Elves in this game. Okay, so I do have an ability that, like, I can... Yeah, that. I need to remember I have that. Soft Muspelheim steel. So I think I can buy that now. I can't buy World Serpent Scales, though. I think we could just have Mimir ask Jormungandr for a bunch of them.
What awful pass!
Nightmares on their own aren't too bad. It's just when they're...
I'm not ready.
The other creatures they suck a lot.
Silence that ring, boy.
I don't know how.
How did Dark Elves get to Midgard? Well, that's the question.
Ready yourself, boy.
Instaring. Health rune, I'll save that. Should be able to help, right? Yeah. Boss is thus. Almost walked by this. Ah, see, chat. Gotta take the time to look around. I mean, the thing is, this is secondary content, right? They could definitely hide more stuff in secondary content than they do primary. Wait a minute. Is this the right way to go?
A soul eater.
And a traveler. Guard up.
I guess we go back the other way, because there was like a whole bunch of stuff that way. Wait a minute. What's this over here? Okay.
Boy,
It's another one of those maps.
Okay, so that's how we're gonna get back out later. Accidentally took the right direction. Trying not to. It'll always be that way. Now, I don't want to jinx myself, but I've been pretty good at taking on the ancients so far, so the soul leaders, as it were. What the fuck is that? Alright, Jan. I don't know if this actually matters, but I'm gonna say.
Pick it up.
Well, he got some thick. He's a thick boy.
Ready to go now.
Oh, he's thick, boy. Okay, horizontal. We can definitely. We can. Health back. Oh my god!
Father, healing stones.
What the fuck was that? Okay. That's the electric dragon's breath attack. I got you. Cleaned that guy out. Oh shit. Whew. Alright. Am I not bouncing off his head because he's got this armor?
Can't yet.
I'm waiting for him to turn around and go for the kill so I can. I missed. Are you kidding me, chap?
Brother! Get up, brother!
Okay, you saw that. That was lame. Alright, his horizontal strikes are apparently the entire width of the thing. Right. Suck it, bird.
Ready and wait. Watch out!
Oh, jeez. I guess, okay.
Not ready.
That's something.
So that's it then.
Alright, we got it this time, chat. No problem. Those two down. Next. Alright. That strikes a little bit faster than I expect. Okay. I gotta get the timing on that slash right for the parrying. It might not matter, but I just want to get it right.
Well done.
See if I can.
Sorry, kid.
Okay. I can just block it because it takes him a long time to recover. Oh, it's good. I'm glad it does that. Stop that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. God damn it. Ah, I hit the wrong key. I meant to just hold my shield, but accidentally hit attack. I almost feel like I would have benefited from starting this game with mouse and keyboard instead of controller, because the fact that block and throw are just like right next to each other fucks me up. I also don't like that I can't hit him in the head with my freaking axe throw, and I'm definitely not hitting his armor. Still does a fuck ton of damage to him, so I should still do that. Where's that asshole?
On your right!
Ready, Father!
Alright. I get it. I honestly think stun locking has no place in this game. And the fact that I can get stun locked by enemies is infuriating. Oh my gosh. Whoop, let's go ahead and dodge that.
On your left!
Okay, this is a terrible move because it locks me in. See if I can get him to... Okay. God. So it's not worth using either of my runic attacks because they lock me into an uninterruptible animation that he doesn't get staggered at all. Good to know. Actually, I could probably do this. Pull these guys out pretty quickly. Clear it up.
I'm ready!
Some asshole in like armor.
His armor's down!
God damn it. Also, I kind of think lock-on might be the most useless thing in this game. It does nothing but like, fuck your everything else up. Besides throwing. I keep seeming to get here with no health. Why am I locked on? As long as he doesn't summon any other minions, I think we can just win this by just taking it slow. Zap. 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 Oh. I don't know why none of these are headshots, but you know, live your best life, game.
Okay, that was hard.
I'm been fighting one for the damn
What do we do with that?
ads.
A dead soul eater. What's a soul eater even doing here? What do you mean it's your fault?
Boy, ignore him.
It's sort of tough for me to ignore.
Whew, that was. I'm glad we got it done. I don't know if it's gonna be the end of this though. Seeing as how they happen. Hey, I didn't even know this was over here. Just following my gut, chat.
It says this chest will trigger a bunch of traps.
Do I get around the traps or just like 25% resistance to everything?
Sounded so sure about it.
Alright. Oh, I could jump down there. No, I'll just go back around. Be easy enough. I don't trust that there aren't traps. That guy looks like he's having a bad time. Oh, hi.
Here we go!
Don't tell me the other guy healed because I executed this one. Okay. Good work. Good work, team. Oh, health rune. Perfect. I'm curious about these health stones and magic because, like, even Atreus knows about these health stones. That's something his mom taught her. Oh, also taught him. That's also a good point. That I was thinking potentially Freya was his mother, but seeing as how Freya is another titular character and not, I wonder who his mother was. I mean, trying to think of what other. Maybe she was just a Valkyrie, or maybe Queen of the Valkyries, which, oh, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the Queen of the Valkyries right now. Interesting. Seems like if Atreus' mother was also a fighter, obviously this was her axe, then she had to be some sort of god as well. I'm sure her and Kratos met by beating the shit out of each other.
Vari says his workshop is up there. But I know. Don't trust the talking ring.
I mean, who's gonna know where his workshop's better? Better. I do think, okay, so I can understand Kratos' character, right? He is grouchy and gruff to the point of being overly so, but like, he's not dumb. Okay. What? The fuck? Okay. We're not doing this. Oh my god, this is literally just a fucking repeat of that fight. I hate this with a passion.
Have you considered a tactical
Okay, what? He hadn't even...
Right, that's just perfect.
Hey chat, remember how fun this boss was the first time? I'm really glad they made it into a boss the second time. Okay, nope. Yep, nope, still gonna get hit by more of those. Oh, Jesus Christ, chat.
Fine.
Aegir's Protection, Epic's Talisman. Create a small defensive zone that prevents Kratos' attacks from being interrupted and reduces the amount of damage he takes when upgraded. Restores a small amount of health as well. That seems really good. That actually seems better than what I'm saying. If I can upgrade it to give me the health back. Oh, I heard a crow. There he is. Yeah, so, chat, obviously since Odin has been watching us this whole time, he knows.
Boy.
Father, please.
What a
listen. Invari's crew did something bad here. He's glad you destroyed his lab. And he's sorry he kept trying to trick us. His hammer is just through this gate.
Yeet. So, I mean, yeah, maybe Mimir's right, and Odin knew who Kratos was and figured if anybody could get Jotunheim open, it would be Kratos. So that is a pretty good bet. But then again, of course, Kratos is going to be pissed that the gods tried to use him again. Rightfully so.
Okay. That's going in the journal.
Ruin, right? Oh no, it's the hammer.
This is a fine hammer.
Invari says thank you.
Good old Skyrim. Exit out the front door by opening a secret
Can we
door.
keep him?
We will talk to the blue one.
Here we go!
Really? One more? Had to do one more.
I'm set!
Fucking underground rat lizard bullshit things. Let's go. Never again, chat. Never again. Hello, Brock.
Here, the alchemist's hammer. His spirit is a nuisance.
Nah, Anvari always was an asshole. Hell of an alchemist, though. Hand him over here and I'll melt him down.
What? You're going to melt down your friend?
A trapped soul's what I need to give your reward some extra oomph. You don't want it?
Father, we can't do that. Here, you hold on to him. He's really useful, I promise.
Fine. So long as he proves his worth.
Ooh, Anvari's soul. Very high perk chance to grant a health burst on
It's a
any
bit
successful
of a
runic
softie,
attack.
huh? Well, he'll grow out of it.
Hey, Brock.
I don't hate
He's
that.
Found something interesting.
Did you now? Well, color me interested. See, you boys ran afoul of some travelers. Or them travelers ran afoul of you, more like.
Who are they? What do they want?
Dunno. Oh, you ask a lot of questions. To work it is.
That's real bad. I'll probably go for this one when I go for one. Upgrade. What can you upgrade? Okay. So we need pure essence of the realms to upgrade this. Worth. Alright.
Was that all there is?
Well, chat, I think that's going to be that since we just finished that quest. It seems like a perfect time to call it. Thank you all for hanging out today. I will be back tomorrow with more God of War. No idea how close we are to the end, so I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all back tomorrow. Bye, friends.